I don't know. Something about Welcome to Movies versus Film podcast. I'm Brian.
I am Mike.
We are going to talk about movies, talk about films. We've done the intro a few times. If you're listening to this episode, which is like the fourth one in, I think our ethos, our thesis is clear. And I also realized that we haven't really done a true movie versus film ranking in a while anyway.
Mm-hmm.
We have some that recorded, but I think it was lost. But
You think?
Yeah, I know.
I saw the crash.
Surprise, motherfucker!
I was there for
I
it.
drove by real slow. I saw the body sticking out of the car. It was horrible.
So ignore the fire. Ignore the fire.
Just keep going. But in the vein of that, movies and films, movies being, I don't want to say disposable for like a bad thing, but I mean it's like a book, anything else. It's a piece of art you can watch and then pick up or put down and have your thoughts on it. We look at films as things that are in a subjective world, which is film, things that have more of an objective appeal. Like, there are certain movies that I don't like, older ones and even current ones that I don't like, but I recognize what they're doing. And I recognize that, I would consider that a film because an aspect of that is definitely original and is definitely going to stand up.
Yeah, I agree.
We mentioned in our first episode that we kind of left the thread hanging that we believe a comedy called Anchorman is a film.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misheard you. I thought you said I believe. No.
No, we definitely did.
Oh,
I put it up like
it
a
is
week ago.
definitely a film, though.
It's a film. Now, it's a film. Okay, so why don't we do this? Let's say, what is a comedy movie that's held up really well? We could say old school.
You could say old school. You could say, not super bad. 21 Jump Street's a perfect example. That's a movie that's held up extremely well.
You know why? You know what? I'll give you that. I'll say 1 and 2 because 21 Jump Street and 22 Jump Street are good for me because
they get it.
I can jump in either movie, be fine where I am, and yet not be able to tell you which one I'm watching.
And that's
until
honestly,
the reveal that Jonah Hill's fucking Ice Cube's daughter.
That's when you're like,
oh, bragged to the man's face.
That's how you know you're in the second one. But no, it's true though. And that's because they did it so well that the second one mirrors the first one on purpose, so that you have that issue. Like,
and
which
you know
one?
There are 2 Anchorman movies, and the cast, especially Paul Rudd, they haven't really aged, but you know when you're watching Anchorman. Every single thing in Anchorman, during the credits themselves are quoted, and they just show Ron Burgundy just doing vocal exercises, and cutaways to him just drinking scotch and talking down, giving some quick sexual harassment to a PA or whatever. I don't know you. What's your name? Lanolin? Like sheep's wool?
Dude,
I have never seen a movie more quotable. And we're talking about, there's quotable movies over time. There's, your Caddyshack and
there's a lot of
there's
them.
movies where you name a quote and that person knows what it is right away. But I don't know if there's any movie that I've ever seen that's more quotable than Anchorman.
No.
Especially by that friend that always gets the quote wrong.
Honestly, I don't know. I know there's mad quotable movies. Well, I think every movie is quotable just because I think people talking is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, I watched Deep Cover, little side thing. It's a part in Deep Cover at the very end. It's a very serious scene. They're on the docks and everybody's passing around drugs and the guy's going, how do you know if it's real? The guy goes, check if it's real. Dude pulls it out, he goes, does the little sniff and he goes, yo, buy that shit. Wasn't supposed to say that, but I was like, landed. Was not meant to be there. Quoting that shit all the time.
Yeah.
It's just how it works, but Anchorman just beats you, dude. It just hits you. Every couple minutes just lets you remind you that, oh yeah, we're here. You're not going to forget.
Boondock Saints. Boondock Saints is quotable. And I clicked off the button that says this is for kids, so that's fine. My favorite line from Boondock Saints is Rocco, when they're sitting in his apartment with the pizza and the beer, and he realizes he got set up to be killed. He goes, fuck it. They can suck my pathetic little dick, and I'll even dip my nuts in marinara sauce so the bastards get a taste of home. That is beautiful. Then he slams his hand down and accidentally shoots his girlfriend's cat.
I'll tell you, the writing of that show is pretty
followed up by a great quote from Norman Reedus' character, by the way.
That is awesome.
The fuck just happened? Is it dead?
That is awesome. Yeah, man. But no, it's absolutely is, because there's other comedies that came around the same exact time. Even Anchorman 2. Anchorman 2 is, honestly, I hate to use this word because you use it, cringy.
Yeah,
Anchorman
it is.
2 there's a chunk of Anchorman 2 that's solid.
Yep.
And then there's
the bus?
Oh,
the bus
dude,
flip?
there's a
That's
chunk
the
of that
funniest
movie
thing
that's solid.
I've seen in I don't know how long.
And then you get to a part of the movie you're just like, oh, we're still going. Oh, we're
but
still moving. Sorry.
I can quote Anchorman 2, kind of.
Actually.
I can quote when they're smoking crack and when, what's his name? Fuck Dick.
Oh.
Dick Fuck. When he's yelling at Ron in the hallway, and the fact that Ron keeps saying black.
I do know one other movie that's just as quotable.
Is Anchorman?
Yes.
American History X?
Other guys.
Dude. Close.
It's
but
up
there's,
there.
But there's less. Look, it's Will Ferrell who's more quotable.
But it's...
Mark Wahlberg has his a few lines in there. Yes, I don't entirely. Every single thing we've recorded, with the exception of the Marvel one, I have mentioned Mark Wahlberg.
Hey, man.
Am I secretly in love with this man?
He lives in your brain, dude.
He's not even paying rent.
He's just
I knew I lost my stick.
just living rent.
I couldn't find my beating stick recently.
I'm
But,
a peacock. You gotta let me fly. Listen,
No,
settle down.
No,
Peacocks
not even
don't
that
have
one.
wings.
Not even that one. Not even that one. Just simple.
As much as a penguin.
The line delivery. Stop it! You're scaring the shit out of me. That one. That's a stable of horse. You were a pimp. The delivery on those ones, which makes me think that he's better suited to comedy, maybe.
Didn't I tell you to stop following Gershon? Yes, you did, Gene. Don't call me Gene. I'm still Captain. it's just stupid
But
shit.
you see, though, what takes away from it is Michael Keaton is a great comedic actor. People don't even realize he was a stand-up comedian.
Oh yeah.
His stuff wasn't that bad. You can find it on YouTube. It's hella grainy, dude. It's like somebody took like the old school video camera that had like a separate backpack for the battery, like a proton pack. But he keeps quoting TLC lyrics, and that gets cringy too. After it's just Anchorman 1, there is zero fat on that movie. And can I ask you a question? Is that perfectly cast?
Hadouken!
Yeah. Do
I don't find a fault in Catherine Hahn.
I don't find
a flaw in any of that cast.
Very rare I say that comedies are perfect movies, but I'm telling you, Anchorman is one of them. It hits. It's not also that it hits. It landed like released at the perfect time, was in between the perfect amount of movies.
Caught lightning.
You know, it's crazy. Before you couldn't say half the shit that he's saying. Like, dude, he landed. It's
here you go. Here's a question for
nice
you
job,
that you can answer for most movies. When in Anchorman is it cool to not pause it and go take a piss?
Oh, you can't pause Anchorman.
No, I mean that there's no lull in there. Everything, it's just beat after beat after beat.
You legit have to.
Movie fucking slaps.
You
It
know
just
what?
keeps
though?
going.
If you have to piss and the movie's on TV, you better pray to God your TV rewinds.
Yeah, or just go, man.
No,
if you're home alone, just crank it up. And
I told you I'm notoriously awful for rewinding scenes and moments and words. That movie takes me at least 4 hours to get through almost every time I watch it, and it's honestly not even it's like an hour and a half maybe.
It's beautiful. The sequel was good. In hindsight, after a rewatch a couple weeks ago, it's better than I originally gave it credit for, and it's a victim of trying to follow up Anchorman. But I'm gonna say that that's not a crutch, man, because you've had sequels that followed up. Rocky 2, Rocky's a film, and I will argue Rocky 2 is a film. But to come out swinging, Godfather 2 to follow up a movie that big and fucking nail it like that.
Yeah.
When you have movies like 2001, which by the way, I think we both can agree is just fucking trash, but it's worshipped.
It is. It is because not for nothing, the movie's the achievements that movie pulls off though. Dude, I give that shit just because I don't like the movie, but watching it I'm like I get it. I legit was like I get it.
After the monkeys, I don't care, but I do understand but they had a sequel come out.
I do not.
It was called I think it was like 2010. It was called or something like that. It had a decent cast too. I think it was
I don't know why I was thinking 2,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
No. Isn't that Captain Nemo?
What the
LXG?
fuck?
No, but the sequel it just farted up. The Zoolander came out with a sequel years and years later. It was a fucking joke.
Dude,
sequels a lot of times don't need to be made.
Let's put this out there real quick. Zoolander, I had to watch as maybe when I just left high school. And I was like, all right, this movie is actually really stupid. Watched it again, I said, this movie's amazing. I watched the movie so many times that I thought the second one was just going to work. Like, just because if you understood the first movie, you should understand the second movie.
I can't bring myself to watch the first.
See, but I guess it was when I watched it. Like, now I just rewatch shit just to make sure I caught up on things. But, dude, that's the only movie I saw the sequel to when I was like, what the fuck? I said, this isn't even equivalent.
See, I can't watch that movie because I can't, for the reasons why I don't like Ben Stiller movies. I don't like cringe.
a lot.
And there's a shitload of it. You know, it's funny. I gave Adam Sandler a lot longer leash than I did. I paid to go see Don't Mess with the Zohan. Okay? Yeah, how's that for your taxi cab confession?
Everyone should. What do you mean? His bush is good
but I
for the
won't,
pushing.
The bush. But I won't, but I can't, I think that Ben Stiller is a great director, though.
Oh, he's...
Tropic Thunder?
Dude,
there you go. Is Tropic Thunder?
It can be.
Can it be a movie?
It can.
Comedies can be movies, and naming 2 in a row, you know, but
it's a little odd. But no, if you want to just think real quick.
They got away with blackface.
Listen, that's not. I didn't was going to put that on my list, but that makes sense. But you have also, it's a war movie. It's a comedy. It's also a parody.
Highly quotable.
Highly quotable. Probably
Downey's entire script is quotable.
And you have the cast is amazing. You have fucking Tom Cruise doing the most outlandish
That's what I think helps
shit in the world. You know what it does?
When you see characters, dude.
But you know the thing also, it solidifies the fact that Tom Cruise is willing to jump in this movie, do this, and be like, "Yo, that was awesome, dude." It's up, man. It's up there. You punch that grip in the face.
Some people will say that Tom Cruise is a bit eccentric. That man is a movie star.
Oh yeah.
And you know what? We have to have an episode, I think, about celebrities versus movie stars versus whatever or actors.
So you mean like Vin Diesel versus Tom Cruise?
You mean Mark Sinclair?
Yes, that guy.
You mean Mark Sinclair versus Tom Cruise?
God.
We'll get there someday. But dude, I know he's like a psycho, but like, dude, Nick Nolte, I think he had like 7 lines. Like they just Bill Hader had a tiny role in that stuff, and the world is starting to catch up to the fact that Bill Hader is a fucking genius. But like, dude, 4-leaf tayback.
No, 4-leaf. Were you crying when your hands were blown off?
No,
just the stupidest shit.
Why aren't you at the hotel? Beds give me nightmares.
That movie's fucking. That movie's up.
Where's the grip? Where's the grip? You over there. I want you to go over there and punch him in the fucking face.
You spank that ass, Les. Yo, it's a great fucking
The dancing
movie.
scene at the end. Yeah, it's you got away with You forget Downey is so good in that. Was he up for an award for that movie?
I think so.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I think so. Not sure.
And it worked because it wasn't Downey in blackface. Downey was playing a character
Do you know
who was in blackface. It's amazing that worked. Saying it out loud now makes me, I don't know how, and that wasn't even that long ago.
Dude, the movie's filmed and directed and drawn out as a film. So like it's funny because of the situation and all the shit that's happened.
It's not shot as a comedy. And I gotta be honest, Ben Stiller, his stuff that would be cringy, you know why I don't think it's cringy?
Because he wasn't the one delivering the lines.
Yes, but he wasn't going off somebody. Like, all right, like in Dodgeball, another performance. Did he direct that too? Ben Stiller directed that too, I think. Didn't he?
I don't know if he did Dodgeball. It wasn't Apatow. Dodgeball. No one makes me bleed my own blood.
So Ben Stiller worked for me in Dodgeball, and he worked for me, directed by.
Wow, Marshall Thurber did this one.
There it is. Yeah. So the performances and the moments worked for me because he wasn't being embarrassed. That's what it is. He didn't zipper his dick under his balls. You know what I mean?
No.
And not the bay. No, he was a man coming apart at the fucking seams in both movies. Actually,
I think it's better when I'm
doing 4 shows a day.
I think he's better when he's not doing these Farley movies. I think the Farley movies hurt him because these Farley movies are your Heartbreak Kid, your fucking all these movies.
The Farleys do something about Mayhem. They did, yeah. Something about Mayhem.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think those movies hurt. Even though I have no problem with a lot of them, but I can see exactly how all those because the way they write them.
I forgive something. I have something about Mary. I didn't mind. You know what broke me on him, dude, is Fockers and then everything after. Meet the Parents and then after because I don't know if he wrote the Fockers, but he made the character the butt of every single kind of joke.
He was kind of phoning it in for all the movies subsequent after that. Because he kind of
but his performance in Tropic Thunder,
I'm telling you,
it was amazing because it wasn't a bumbling idiot. It was it was a guy fully committed to the character, fully committed to the craft. He didn't realize it when he's being made fun of by Downey's character. He went full retard.
Yeah, dude, and he
took it as like a cue. Like
it's situation. It's
craft.
I loved it. So, yeah, dude, you're right. You know, if you look at his shit, you have your Meet the Fockers, and then you have your School of Scoundrels.
The Tenant. No, what was it called there?
He's an actor.
with him and I think it was Jennifer Aniston or anything he's
Along
done.
Came Polly.
Yeah,
That's the one
and
you're talking about.
what was the one where they bought a house or something like that? And there was
That's called Duplex. That's
Duplex.
what
Drew Barrymore. Yeah.
Why do I know this man's filmography?
Dude, any movie he shares with a female co-star that's like a romantic or whatever, that's where he loses me. But dude, Dodgeball, dude, have you seen the post-credit scene of Dodgeball?
Oh yeah, well you going
When
talking
he's
about his
sitting
milkshake?
He's sitting there all fat.
Oh yeah.
He goes, "Fucking Chuck Norris."
You know,
They waste their fuck right there.
that movie had to like grow on me. I never was a fan of Dodgeball. I still not
Vince Vaughn?
still not a big fan of Dodge. No, actually, honestly, I like almost everything Vince Vaughn does. As stupid as it sounds, I actually think I love everything this guy does.
You know, I honestly didn't mind his Norman Bates. I minded the movie because it was shot.
Yeah.
For fucking shot.
Well, you see what I
and
mean?
Anne Heche was muggy as
And not for
fucking
nothing though, if fucking Van Sant would have directed that shit with a little bit more like originality to it and just redo it.
He's a good director. Did he do Good Will Hunting?
Van Sant, I believe, either Goodwill or Dead Poets. Which one was it? He did one of them. Gus and I think he did Goodwill.
So Good Will Hunting, yeah, Gus Van Sant. Yeah.
I knew it was one.
So
of those two.
yeah, he's a talented director. He can compose, but he didn't compose shots. He just watched Psycho and made it again. And I don't know if that was made like as an homage or like he meant to do it or what. But it was.
I have never watched that movie ever.
Don't.
Because
Have you seen the original?
I watch the original probably once a month.
It's better.
Honestly, that's probably one of my. Actually,
He's a good Norman Bates. She's terrible. Anne Heche is terrible in it. He's a good Norman Bates, but the problem is that this was coming off of like all the comedies. He played a good psycho in something, where it was
he does good.
what was it? It was like oh shit, I gotta look this
Freaky?
up. No, not Freaky. He oh shit, he was in jail. What was it called?
Oh.
Brawl in Cell Block 99.
Amazing.
Yep, Brawl in Cell Block 99. And there was another one too though where he
That one. Oh,
I feel like he was like invading like a home invasion or at least a murder of some kind.
That was I think he was talking about Dragged Across the Street.
Dude, he was great. He's great in Mr. and Mrs. Smith. He's a really good side character.
He's weird to hold roles. I don't think he kind of like. Well, he can. Cell Block, he absolutely did. It's very like you got to find something.
He's
got to
find the
for him.
right one.
Yeah,
Freaky
yeah.
was not
Do
the
me a
goddamn
favor.
right
If
one.
you've watched
I
Princess
love
Bride
that
or any of
movie.
these movies,
Put down in the comments what you felt about it. If you liked it, if you thought that we were way off on some of our picks, if you thought that we missed one, if you think that Caddyshack or Stripes or whatever is a film. Look, again, film is subjective. Whatever your opinions are, I mean,
Wildcats over Stripes.
you might be wrong, but I mean,
Sorry. I'm done.
so yeah, so like, subscribe, share it, embed it somewhere, embed it in your forehead, and yeah, thanks for listening. Keep watching movies, keep enjoying them, pick out some films, and we'll talk to you next time. They can't see you waving.
Oh, I was doing that because I thought you were clicking them.
Oh, I'm gonna click on it, but like I thought you were gonna like say something.
Oh,
I thought you were
I
waving.
don't usually button the episodes.
You have nothing to say to these people who spent their time listening to you?
Yeah, if you like my voice, listen again.
Yeah.
Hit
You also do music.
I was also gonna say hit the rewind button, but
There's no rewind button.
yeah, you just gotta scrub to the left.
For some reason he won't pump his own music channel. Check him out, Rec Rider on YouTube.
Yes, check it out. Rec Rider at YouTube.
I don't do anything else.
He goes,
Now I feel bad about myself. Bye. Sniffle.